Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. There's absolutely nothing wrong in setting goals, having high standards, okay, being ambitious. But at what point does it become detrimental not only to you, but to people around you? Inshallah, in today's episode of Towards My Better Self, we'll be looking at what it means to be the slave of one's desire. How does a person become the slave of his or her own desire, and what needs to be done to emancipate such a soul?
Join us on Mondays on our program tagged Heart Clinic as we journey through the beautification and rectification of our heart across the borderline of our belief system. On Wednesdays, we present to you Towards My Better Self, readings from the comprehensive chapter in Bulugh al-Maram, where we share insights on personal development and social etiquettes. And on Saturdays is our story time. We focus on the biography of our beloved messenger, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his life, his struggles, and his missions, where we derive lessons and practical solutions to our family, social, political, and economic struggles. At the end of the series, the participant with the most questions answered stand a chance to win the cash prize of 10,000 naira. What are you waiting for? Check out our YouTube page at Dawah Hub and subscribe today.
Welcome back to Towards My Better Self. If you have not subscribed yet, just smash the subscription button, like this video, and share with your family and loved ones. Now, let's jump right into the video. Desires are an integral part to human nature. All men and women have a strong inclination for one thing or the other, whether it is well-paid jobs, clothes, cars, jewelries, and likewise an inclination to take steps towards the fulfillment of those desires. These steps are desires themselves. These desires are our greatest weakness. Desires are like grease to an engine and not like the driver of the engine. Desires can serve as a motivating force, but mindless yielding to desire will be disastrous. Rightful desires are helpful for the development of your character. The question of how much you want it itself is a desire. Meanwhile, bad desire are detrimental to your persona. It is also said that man is a slave to his desires, but this saying only expresses only half the truth. The human mind is full of desires, but at the same time, it also has the capacity for logical thoughts. But when desires are not properly channeled, the heart becomes the slave of these burning desires that are difficult to extinguish, most especially when things don't pan out as expected. The heart is in a constant state of grief because it dwells on unattained desires and goals. The condition of an enslaved heart towards an uncontrollable desire has been succinctly stated in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, where the Prophet ﷺ said, "The slave of the dinar, the slave of the dirham, and the slave of bordered silk cloak are wretched. If such one is given anything, he is pleased, but if he is not, he is displeased." Rawal Bukhari, reported by Bukhari. This hadith alludes to a voracious person, or a man of greed. If such person keeps acquiring some gratuities regularly, he will continue to be pleased and contented with Allah. But if such a person does not gain anything, he will not only be displeased with Allah, but will also be subjecting himself to a condition of heart burning of a constant nature. This is also the condition of a person whose heart is obsessed with leadership. The desperation to attain the position enslaves the heart to this desire. These are just few examples. The list goes on and on. Let me paint a vivid picture of how this works and why you need to extinguish that desire. Imagine giving the keys to your cars to your son or daughter at 5. It wouldn't have been a blessing at all because he or she can't handle it. Being a good father or mother sometimes lies in the power of the ability to say not yet. This is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala deals with us as human beings. There are certain blessings that we think we are due for, but Allah knows better than you and I. You may check out the following tips to emancipate your heart from being enslaved by its desires. Number 1. Concentrate on the present. Focus your attention and energy to the job at hand rather than thinking about prospects for the future, and avoiding sadness for whatever reason for what had happened in the past. This will help dissipate worry and depression, as well as the uncontrollable desire for what is yet to be. Number 2. Acknowledging Allah's favors. Allah fends off depression and sadness as compensation for the one who acknowledges his apparent and hidden bounties and favors upon him. This better mannerism helps you attain the rank of an appreciative creature of Allah. When patience, contentment, and submission are observed, the effect of missing out on other aspirations and goals are lessened and their impact made milder. Number 3. Prepare for the worst. One of the most potent means and ways to dissipate excessive desire and having a full control over it is by preparing as much as you can for the worst that could happen. If it's an election, prepare you may lose it. If it's a contract, prepare you may not be awarded. If it's a woman, she might not accept your proposal. If it's business, you may run at loss. Prepare for the worst. You can revitalize your energy with preparing yourself for the worst, which helps in resisting harm, reliance on Allah, and having full trust in Allah. Number 4. Reliance on Allah. Oftentimes, the reason why a lot of us are controlled by desires is because we feel we can control the entire situation. And when the mind is fixated at something, we think our plans, scheme, money, strategy guarantees 100% success. This is not to underestimate the need to put in these efforts, but ultimately Allah decides every affair. Many people fall ill and were hospitalized because they succumbed to worries and depression due to high expectations. So to resist worry and earn immunity from these types of illness, Allah says, وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. Whoever puts his trust in Allah, then Allah will suffice him. Therefore, put your trust in Allah and be guaranteed and granted a strong heart in the face of disappointment. Number 5. Enjoying little moments of happiness. The wise one knows that the best life you could live is that filled with happiness and tranquility, even though it's rather short. As a result of this, celebrate your little wins and do not make life even shorter for yourself by filling them with worries and depression. If you find this video useful, click on the subscription button, turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to share with your family and friends. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.